What is up, guys? Welcome back to Streetwise Garage. Today we have the other Miata now. The other Miata we're gonna have to redo again because he actually want to go over the whole bodywork. Unlike this one, he just wants to repaint it as well as how the other one first said. He just wants to get it redone. We're gonna be doing a canary yellow, and we're gonna be doing some livery on the side. So I'm gonna go over the best I can over everything. Make sure the car is as smooth as possible because I do not want to have the same issue as the other guy. But we're gonna be doing that canary yellow with the livery. Is gonna be a bunch of different colors. So I got a bunch of pints of different colors that this guy wants with everything. So bumpers might have to stay on for this because the livery goes over with everything. So maybe at least just to do the livery itself, and when it's off, I'll go over all the little stuff. But most likely everything's gonna have to stay on because the whole livery kind of wraps around with everything. So that's most likely gonna have to stay on. Nothing too crazy, no body work on this one, but we are doing door jams, so we're going to be doing under the hood, door jams under the trunk. We're going to be going through everything as much as we can. This should be painted by tomorrow, but today I'm just going to start off with just getting the car up on jacks, taking the wheels off, taking the wing off, taking the mirrors off, the headlights, taillights, door panels, everything, and hopefully probably just masking up the car itself, just to get everything ready, up and going, so that way we can just go and spray everything tomorrow. Not killing time because I have one guy dropping off another car tomorrow. We got one S13 KAT dropped off earlier yesterday, and the Subaru, the S1000, were picked up last night. So yeah, we're gonna be taking everything off right now, getting all this ready, up and going, so that way we can get this started for tomorrow. And then once I'm done with this one, I'm gonna go back with the other Miata and go through everything and make sure that's a good car, because I feel like I deal with this with a lot of people. A lot of people think I'm screwing them with the work, that they just think I'm taking their money and just giving them a shitty job, which is not. I mean, whatever they're paying for, I don't want to sit here and say that my work is whatever you pay for, but if you're gonna pay me just to do the car with no door jams and no body work, that's what you're gonna get. Don't expect anything extra unless you're a good person and you ask me to do something and I can cut you some deal, because I'm always here to help. I'm not here to screw anyone over. If you need anything, I can always work prices with you guys, because this is what I do. I'm not here to just be anal and strict and just give whatever you guys ask for. If you guys ask for something else and you guys need help with any of the prices, I can only do so much because I'm also going to be losing as well. But I am willing to help out, discuss prices, and just help wherever I can if you guys are being real with it. And if anything happens, you know, I'm always here to like redo the work on some stuff if it's my fault. If you happen to hit something and your front bumper falls off and it completely destroys the paint, that is not my fault. If you hit something and something bends and the paint fucking chips off of that, it's not my fault. If I gave you the car and let's say I accidentally dripped on something or something fucked up, I will personally tell you, bring this back and I will fix it for you. It's just I work on time with people coming in on specific times, so I have to get those out the way, and then I can start working on the comebacks, if you want to say that. But I do very honest work. I am not a professional, as I try to tell everyone. I do the best I can. I can give you close to being professional work if you guys pay for that. If you guys want top-notch work, I can give you guys top-notch work. But if you guys are expecting something that's out of a body shop, take it to a body shop. Don't expect something out of somewhere that it's not. I do the best I can. I'll work with you guys. I show you guys the work I do up close and personal with the previous work that I've done on some good cars that I've done, just to let everybody know that we're on the same page. So this guy's getting full respray, door jams, everything. We're going to be doing the livery, but no color sanding and no body work. So that's what he's going to get. And it's saying like that's what he paid for, that's what he wants. And it's like him saying like, oh, well, I didn't get the car color sanded, or this wasn't fixed. It's like, this is not what you asked, and this is not what you paid for. But this is what we're doing. This guy's super cool. I actually had to help him out because his car got stranded on the way over here. This guy's super cool, very humble guy. I'm gonna be doing the best I can with this, and I really want to get good time on this because we're doing livery. That takes a lot of time, and I want to make sure I focus on everything and do it correctly. So this should be fun. This should be going on tomorrow. Sick. I already got Wise Fab on my Z. The last things I need, well, not really the last things, because this is basically the first thing I've done to the car. I'm gonna order the cage, and what I mean ordering the cage is Enjuka Racing has a pre-built or like pre bent and cut up pieces for the cage. All you have to do is just notch it and weld it in. So I'm gonna order that. It's FD legal. Hopefully that's good. Next thing I'm gonna buy is gonna be that cage. I'm gonna weld that myself. I'm gonna dry ice the whole car and just get all that ready. Next thing I need to do is gonna be the dual caliper brackets and the calipers themselves. But what I'm gonna do, since the car came with Brembo, is I'm gonna switch over the Brembo caliper to the Hydro, the regular caliper up to just the regular brakes, because I want the Hydro to lock on really good. So the Brembo's gonna be for the Hydro. I gotta order the Hydro too. I gotta make a custom plate to hold it in together. After that, I have to take the car to go get the throttle bearing replaced, the water pump replaced, get a new coil rod radiator, weld the diff, get the full kit. Gotta get the front fenders because my wheels do stick out pretty stupidly. So gotta get that, paint it. I have a wing to order, and the car should be ready to go soon. I think I just gotta get brake rotors because they kind of wobble a lot. So that should be just one of the last things. I need to order some specific spacers. I think I need 10 millimeters or 15 mils because the front does it grinds with the wide fab, the hub that they give you, or the spindle, whatever that is. So I gotta replace that, get some new front spacers, adapters, and then the car should be ready to go. There's some events coming up. All I need to do is just get some more wheels or tires at least. I don't mind getting them mounted up and everything, but just mostly tires, and should be good to go. Alright, so we're on the second day on working this car. I don't want to say exactly like a full-on day because obviously last night I worked on it for probably like about an hour, just to take off the rear bumper, the taillights, wheels, have it jacked up, and the wing. But I made some little brackets for his rear bumper because he didn't have any, and he had them screwed up from the bottom upwards, so that was really difficult to take them off. So I'm trying to make something easier so that way I can put the car back together in an easier way, and it'll be a lot easier for him. So I did that. Right now I'm going to start with the prep on the car. I'm going to be sanding it with the 600 grit. This is a lot of really bad bodywork right here. He said he doesn't care too much about it. That's on him. But I'm going to start with the prep work right now. First, before I do anything, I kind of basically have to wash the car, so I'm just going to clean it up real quick and I can start prepping it. I gotta start prepping the side screws because those take a special process because I'm going to be using flex additive for that, the rear bumper and the front bumper. And yeah, this thing should be up and going soon. It's going to be a lot of work with the livery, so hopefully all this comes out good. I got to study his pictures very well, and we'll see how that works. So this is how it is now. I'm going to start prepping it, and I'll show you guys how it looks after when it's prepped. It might look the same because it's been primered before and it's been prepped before. So yeah, either way it's going to get covered up in white primer because yellow needs something more vibrant to catch it up. So white's going to be a good color to use as primer. So alright, just like I said, it's still going to look the same, but I did prep it. I actually did it with a 150 grit and then a 600 grit because I noticed the body was really rough. So the 150 grit just kind of smoothing everything else out to make everything, all the rough spots go away, and the 600 just to make everything nice and a little softer and kind of go over everything to make sure everything's nice and flat. Prep the KBD bumpers. I cleaned it off with the Ajax, and then I started sanding it, and now I'm going to clean it off with dish soap with water, as well with the front. Same thing with the side skirts because it's all KBD. We're doing door jambs like I said. So door jambs we're going to be doing under the trunk, door jambs themselves, and under the hood. So everything's going to get sprayed aside from the engine bay itself. But yeah, this is all ready to go. I'm going to start mixing up the primer in a little bit. Give it its last little tack ride before I start shooting the primer. And then once I spray the 2 coats or 3 coats of the color, we're going to go with the, still feels kind of rough, but we're going to go with the, once we do the 3 coats, we're going to go with the livery. I'll show you guys little clips of process of that because it's going to be a lot of work, take a lot of time on the taping up and masking, so sick. There's probably still a lot of overspray in there, but here is the primer. I'm making a huge mess already, but I'm about to start on the color right now. I'm gonna do 3 coats of the yellow, it's canary yellow, and then Gonna let that dry out for like about an hour and then just start with the livery stuff and go after that. Here is the first part that I did. Like that.